Mozart's Sister, 2005, a historical novel penned by American author Nancy Moser, delves into the imagined life of Maria Anna Mozart, the sister of the renowned composer Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart. Drawing inspiration from the Mozart's correspondence in historical records, the novel sheds light on Nannerl's exceptional musical talent, which may have been on par with her brothers, but was hindered by societal expectations imposed on women during that era. Narrated from Nannerl's perspective, the story commences with a young Nannerl captivating the audience with her spellbinding harpsichord recital. Among the spectators are her younger brother, Wolfie, and their father Leopold. In that moment, Nannerl experiences profound happiness, feeling that she has discovered her life's purpose. Leopold, believing that his children's extraordinary abilities are divine gifts, incessantly urges them to perform before increasingly prominent and influential audiences. These performances also bring much-needed financial support. When Nannerl and Wolfie are a mere 12 and 7 years old respectively, their father arranges a grand tour of Europe. Marketed as the wonderkind or miracle children, their ages are misrepresented to the audiences, emphasizing their exceptional talents. Initially, Nannerl, being the more accomplished performer, receives top billing, and her fame spreads throughout Europe. However, as Wolfie's musical prowess burgeons at a young age, he soon eclipses Nannerl in terms of fame, due to his sheer precociousness. The Mozart family's tours take them across the German-speaking world and onward to London and Paris, where they even perform for Marie Antoinette. Traveling proves to be time-consuming and financially demanding, as the children must wear scaled-down versions of the latest fashions. The Mozarts face cultural shocks and language barriers in every new destination they encounter. Nannerl and Wolfie both endure near-fatal bouts of smallpox, and Wolfie also succumbs to rheumatic fever. Nannerl devoutly nurses him back to health, beseeching God in her prayers. When Wolfie recovers, Nannerl feels an even stronger connection to the divine. As Nannerl enters the age suitable for marriage, her father's attention is solely fixed on Wolfie. He insists that Nannerl cease her performances, asserting that it would impede her chances of securing a suitable marriage. He explains that even for men, making a living through music and composition is challenging, let alone for women, where it is deemed impossible. Left behind in Salzburg with her mother to manage household affairs, Nannerl is consumed by misery and fury. She continues to yearn for a career as a concert pianist and struggles to accept a more restricted existence. Although the tours bring in money, the Mozart family's financial situation remains precarious. Nannerl's father works as the assistant director of music for the Archbishop of Salzburg, and when he is away, he cannot collect his salary. As he dedicates more time to promoting Wolfie's talent and securing lucrative positions for him, he edges closer to losing his own job. Eventually, he secures a position for Wolfie in Salzburg, hoping that the young man can contribute to the family's financial stability. Nannerl recognizes that Wolfie will feel stifled in Salzburg's limited musical environment, but her opinion holds no weight. Before long, Wolfie becomes frustrated by the constraints imposed by the musicians he works with, leading to clashes with his father. Ultimately, Wolfie rebels, marrying a woman disapproved of by his father and taking a position in Vienna, severing ties with Salzburg and largely abandoning his family. From a distance, his father continues his attempts to exert control over him, with Nannerl bearing the brunt of his anger and frustration. Meanwhile, Nannerl gradually resigns herself to her predetermined fate. Though her longing to play music persists, she comes to realize her desire to be a wife and mother, understanding that her time for marriage prospects is swiftly diminishing. Wolfie's notoriety in Salzburg further narrows her chances of finding a suitable match. Despite the challenges she faces, Nannerl discovers love in the form of Franz Dippold, a former army captain and private tutor employed by the Archbishop. She is willing to give up her musical aspirations for him, believing that their relationship will bring her happiness. However, before they can marry, Franz must obtain the Archbishop's permission. Unfortunately, fueled by resentment towards Wolfie and his father, the Archbishop denies Franz the right to wed a Mozart. Nannerl and Franz are destined to remain only friends. This rejection plunges Nannerl into a period of darkness. Her faith in Christianity deepens as she grapples with why God has denied her not just one but two opportunities for happiness. Her crisis deepens when her father virtually commands her to marry Johann von Berchtel zu Sonnenberg, an older magistrate who has been widowed twice and has 5 children. Reluctantly, Nannerl agrees to the marriage, but soon regrets her decision, even as she attempts to create a family with her stepchildren. Tragedy strikes when Wolfie passes away in Vienna at the young age of 35. Nannerl mourns the loss of her brother, while her father is devastated by the death of his estranged son. Nannerl gives birth to her first son, whom she names Leopold after her father. When Leopold Sr. requests to raise the child and train him in music, Nannerl, ever obedient, agrees, though she deeply misses her son. During a visit to Salzburg to see little Leopold, Nannerl encounters Franz at her father's house. The three of them play together, offering Nannerl a glimpse of the family she could have had. Later, as she watches her father put her son to bed, she realizes how much the child means to the broken old man. Although her marriage remains challenging, Nannerl gradually finds acceptance and peace in her life. While she may not have pursued her own desires like her self-centered brother, she has fulfilled the expectations placed upon her and served God faithfully. I hope you enjoyed this video. Leave a like if you did, and be sure to subscribe. Thank you.